Dwayne,
Yes,
can you believe it's been an entire year already?
Yes, it has been.
And we did not expect to be here again
12 months later.
12 months later. It's been an amazing, healthy year.
Yes, it has been.
And you have made it that because you were the ones who watched us.
Thank you.
I know you watched me, but you had to watch
Come
me as
on.
well. Okay, fine. So we've been here telling you all things health and wellness, and it all started because of Dwayne Devonish and your 9 domains.
I feel honored.
Yeah, edit that out. Domains of wellness, right?
Yes.
And the National Workplace Wellness Policy here.
First ever policy.
First ever policy in Barbados, but we are not putting in any plugs.
Oh.
However, we know that you watch us throughout the region.
Thank
So
you.
shout out to all of you in Sagicor region, right? Especially those of you who liked us on YouTube,
Yes.
Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
So we've been on several platforms. So we thought today to make it a lighter day, and we're here in the Sagicor studio. We were just going to recap on some of the fun times we've had with you. Okay, so last year, I remember when we started, a famous quote from someone who will remain nameless, but who works at Sagicor. What are you having for Christmas? Everything.
Everything. I remember that.
But in moderation. And of course, we started talking about all the ways to moderate in terms of alcohol consumption.
Yep.
Reducing the amount of calories.
Yep.
Getting some physical activity in.
You must trust me on that.
Get some steps. Just do it. Even next year, keep walking. Do not walk with alcohol though, but keep walking. And importantly, we spoke about the risk that occurs in health for the holidays. So heart attack rates go up.
Stroke rate.
Stroke rates go up. And we don't know why, but the number one peak day for strokes in many parts of the world is actually
December, January. Help me.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
And the second highest is
January 1st.
January 1st. So the holidays
Yeah.
are festive, but they certainly represent increased health risk. And that's probably because we do a lot more things that we ordinarily would not do.
A lot of running
Physical
around.
activity. We don't get enough rest, and that messes
That's
up
true.
our entire biological rhythms. We drink lots of additional alcohol
And not much water.
and not much water.
Dehydration is a big problem in Barbados.
So here's my pet peeve. We do not visit the doctor in December. I'm watching you, all those who cancel your appointments because you were traveling, right? So all these things happen.
True.
And as a result, unfortunately, many patients end up in the emergency room. As a junior doctor, I have been on call several Christmases. Let me just say, no one comes to the ER on Christmas Day. No one. But Boxing Day and Christmas Eve are packed. So that was a fun show, right?
Interesting.
We had a lot of fun. And I know you'll see some of the clips coming in for the Christmas show. But we wanted to set the year right moving forward next year. Well, this year. And that was a great way to start, right?
It definitely was. Yeah. I remember one of our first episodes, I think it was on women's health, was it?
Women's health. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things I learned, especially for women, is that there are peculiar health risks for women. Completely different from what you would see in men.
And that's where we came up with this whole word that we said we would not use, atypical. It can't be atypical if it occurs in half the population.
It's typical, huh?
We had on our show, right, Dawn Scantlebury, who is an interventional cardiologist and senior associate lecturer with UWI. And she really kind of unpacked all of the health issues in women.
Yeah.
The fact that, after menopause, the risk really kind of exponentially increases and even catches up with men, right?
It does.
And of course, the healthcare bias.
Oh, yes.
Women presenting to the doctor, to the emergency room with the same symptoms, get treated differently.
Yeah. So we call that the gender bias.
Gender bias. And this is something we're all guilty of. Interestingly, people who usually see women when they present to the emergency room initially are women. Most of our nurses are women, right?
Interesting.
So therefore, the gender bias doesn't only occur because men are kind of seeing women. Of course,
But female to female.
Female to female, right? And of course, we know that when we're sick, we're like dying.
Oh my gosh.
Every flu is death.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I've died at least 6 times already. So men really do put on a show. I can say this all the time.
When we're sick, we're really,
in the ER, we're sick. Yeah. I've seen the flu coming. Anyway, so these kind of things make the gender bias significant. And in our region, this is something we really do need to address in health and wellness. How do we get that gender equity moving on?
Yeah, that was a really great episode.
I like that episode, actually.
Yeah.
And so here are some important stats that came from the episode.
Oh, let's hear.
Only 5 to 15% of cardiologists, that's heart doctors, worldwide are women. Yeah. That's nowhere near 50%, right? But yet, the prevalence of heart disease in women is certainly increasing. I mentioned the atypical chest pain, which I hope if you're a medical student or planning to join the best faculty at any university,
Faculty of Social Sciences. Oh.
There you go, right?
Bias. That's bias.
That you remove the whole atypical thing from your mind, right? My textbooks had an atypical. There's no such thing as atypical chest pain. It's chest pain in women. And finally,
very important,
there's a surprising connection which we only really, we chatted about, between climate change and cardiovascular risk.
Oh, yes.
And it affects everyone, including women. So I really like that episode.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the climate change one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to note that every year we have seen increasing temperature levels. And then there's this kind of correlation with other health-related conditions.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's direct.
Direct, not the indirect at all.
So you get things like heat stroke and dehydration.
And we're not drinking enough water. So that exacerbates the problem.
Where is your water bottle?
I left it just outside.
Everyone watching in Sagicor land, Dwayne does not own a water bottle. Let's pause for effect.
I own a water factory.
He owns a water factory.
BWA calls me every day.
So we're not drinking enough water. That's
no,
one.
We're not.
But the other thing is the things that we unravel in climate really are some things that we don't even think about, like air quality.
Yes.
Air pollution is an independent risk factor of cardiovascular disease.
Yeah.
So if you're like me, a techie, and you're always on your phone looking at the app, like the weather app now tells you the PM 2.5. PM is not Prime Minister, at least not on this podcast. Oh. It means particulate matter 2.5. So you can look at your PM 2.5 and tell what type of air quality you're living in and your risk for a cardiovascular event.
That's great technology.
So as we wore masks for COVID, we aren't allowed to call, the pandemic, formerly known as COVID, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we might be wearing masks to reduce cardiovascular risk.
Yeah, that's interesting though.
Yep. So that was a fun episode.
Yeah, I like that. Cardiovascular. I mean, if you look at the burden that we have, the NCD burden has been increasing significantly. Yeah. Hypertension, diabetes, even cancers.
The cancers, yeah. And I mean, so another fun episode that we had was on stress, the hidden force shaping our health, and what chronic stress looks like, and how are we managing stress. And of course, this led into mental health.
Yeah.
Because of course, mental health is the obvious impact that stress has on all of us. I mean, stress affects us all the time. I feel stressed just being in the studio next to some people. However, every day we work with stress, right?
Yeah, every day
we teach.
Yep. And I'm not going to say that S word.
No, we're not going to teach. But no. we're not going to say it. But of course, we love our students.
Yes, we do.
One more time, we practice this. We love our students. Okay, right. I think we're off cam. No, we're not. Okay, anyway, so stress is important.
Yes.
And stress is really what gets us going as well, because you need a stress response.
Yeah.
But mental health and stress is something I had no idea before COVID was a big thing. And we had Joy Sue. Joy Sue and Dr. Maisha Emmanuel
I remember
on the set. And they told us ways of coping with stress. Like, for instance, we need to put these on pause.
Devices?
Okay, maybe not now. But put them on pause at night, especially when you're heading to sleep. and set limits, workplace limits.
Correct.
So that
boundaries matter.
Yeah, boundaries matter, right? I'm going to step back a bit. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, it has been a really great episode. I mean, when you look at mental health, you think about it, not all of us have a mental illness, but every one of us has mental health. So it means that, we are all
and we need mental wellness, right?
We do.
There you go.
So it's not just the physical body, we have a mental frame that we have to protect.
And mental and psychological wellness is so important.
Yeah, it's one of the dimensions
function, right?
of the workplace wellness policy.
I read the policy.
Yeah,
okay, not
from
all
back
of
to
it.
front.
No, okay, well, not the acknowledgements. Okay, fine. It's a fun point. And hey, did you know that the policy, I know you know this, but did you know, I'm talking to you, putting down the water. Did you know the workplace policy is available online, right?
Yes, workplacewellness.bb. That's a free plug, sir.
That's a free plug.
I'll pay my bill later.
There you go. But you can pull it up and check all these domains of wellness that are all there. So what else did we do in 2025? We
also look at workplace wellness and leadership.
Of course.
Remember Paul Innes?
Paul Innes. Rings a bell. He's associated with
Sagicor. There we go.
Yeah, so Paul came on the set and Paul really talk about a leader that walks the walk.
That's it. Practice what you preach.
He does practice what he preaches. And Paul gave us some insights on how he, without even knowing it, he sets this kind of role model for staff in how to be well. And at work, of course, Sagicor is a cool place to work. The coffee is pretty good. Yeah. The food is pretty good.
And you know what's important? Because he made a statement that, wellness starts at the top.
At the top.
So people are watching you.
Yeah.
So you can come there and you can talk about eating healthy, going to exercise. But when people see you doing these things, they follow.
Yeah. And I'm not going to admit anything, but the reason why one of the hosts, who will remain nameless,
oh my gosh,
stop pulling into certain, shall we say, yellow and purple outlets.
I wonder what that...
Because I thought to myself, geez, suppose someone who's watching the wellness podcast sees me there ordering my salad, which is the only thing I order from the drive-thru. There you go. And water. The perception, right?
Yeah.
So that's important.
Yeah,
leading from the top. And I like how Paul addressed that. But also how he kind of said, there's no separation between business and wellness. Wellness is part of business,
Yeah. All intertwined.
This all is all interconnected, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I think there was another key suggestion that he made. And he was saying that his employees can come to him. He has this open door policy.
Yeah.
And he encourages that culture, that social wellness.
Social wellness.
And social wellness, as you know, is the harmonious relationships among co-workers, between management and staff. And that is his course.
So come in, talk to the boss.
Yeah.
But don't talk too long. But talk to the boss, right? Yeah. And just to drill this down, we kind of re-emphasize this in another episode where we brought in the Barbados Defense Force.
Yes.
Remember the institution we both tried out for, but we failed it.
Yeah, we were trying to do the push-ups and everything.
Push-up you guys really pushed the push-up. Anyway, so they were on the set and they really got into...
That was an excellent episode.
That was really I felt threatened, by the way.
Yes. But as the Barbados Defense Force,
I felt intimidated. They made me do push-ups. Only 5 or something like that.
That's not enough.
Yeah. But they were on the set and they went into this whole boot camp.
Yes.
Which was
physical activity.
And the fact that the BDF was... I think they have a relationship with Sagicor.
Yes, they do.
And they're trying to build that relationship as part of their responsibility to society. Yeah. They're not just an army that protects, but they're also protecting against one of the major threats, and that's public health.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
One of the things I learned from the BDF episode, though, is that it's not really how tough you are, Right. It's about consistency.
Although that helps with push-ups.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah. But it's about consistency, and sometimes you fall down, but you get back up.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Private Ryan kind of...
I like it.
Yeah.
You fall down.
Montage.
Pause, but you get back up.
Get back up.
There you go. I'm going to market that. Anyway, so they were quite fun, and we didn't get to do boot camp last year, Dwayne, but we definitely going to sign up this year.
I think we should.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it in 2026, right?
2026.
So that was a fun set. And the next thing we went on to was something that was really close to my heart. The future of health in the Caribbean.
Oh, yes.
Like almost futuristic, looking out there like this crystal ball, but a lot more structured. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about the future of health. in this year-end wrap-up, the Yuletide edition.
Marketing is one of the most powerful tools used by the food and beverage industry to promote their products and to increase their consumer base. And what better consumer base to start with than children? I live this at home. I have 2 young boys. I prepare lunches for them every day. They are coming home and telling me about the popular fast food brands and the popular soda drink brands and the popular drink brands and how they want that in their lunchbox. And it really makes it difficult for me as a parent to support the healthy diets that I'm trying to promote. We need to do a much better job of creating an environment which helps us as parents to make the right decisions for our children who can't do that on their own.
So Dwayne, I know we talked a lot during the break and you bought a water bottle and everything.
Yes, I did. Right.
But my funniest moment on the set.
What was it?
I'll just say one word and you know it.
Clap, clap.
Chickens! The chicken moment.
Easy to guess.
So our episode where we looked at mental health and stress, and we had guests from Sagicor.
Yes, we did.
Rosanna, who's going to kill me for saying this, but when I asked her, how do you manage stress? And they're thinking, okay, do yoga, meditation, aromatherapy, extra work at Sagicor. No, she's going to say she likes to take care, listen for it, her chickens. So, I mean,
anything that takes your mind from the stressful days.
Yeah, but come on, chickens. So that was funny. But I mean, having the ladies on the set was hilarious, but also very serious because it was close to the episode dealing with women and heart disease.
Yes.
And then we got to speak about the risk there.
Yeah.
And the important ways of managing stress in the multi-generational and gender workplace as well, and the various activities. Yeah, I mean, Sagicor is a great place to exemplify all the various health initiatives that occur.
And multi-generational.
And multi-generational.
Yeah, but you mean from the baby boomers right down to the, the Gen Zers.
Gen Zers.
Yeah.
And soon to be,
Gen
look
Alpha.
out for it, Gen Alpha. We're watching you.
Yeah,
I'm going on sabbatical.
Soon join university.
2 years. 2 years. Anyway, so that was fun, and it was great having the ladies on the set. But we also had the guys on the set.
Yes, men's health. I remember that.
Health.
Yes, this
Fabian Sargent
and Akil
Eiffel.
Akil Eiffel. Oh
Akil Eiffel.
Forgive me, Akil.
Yeah, and who taught Akil at UWI? One of us on the set.
Come on, it's 500 students.
All right.
But he's a special one.
Yeah, yes. He is. So Akil joined us on the set, and we were talking about men's health.
Yes.
And I had my beard. Wait, I still have my beard. Well, I had a bigger beard. So we were on talking about all of the peculiarities and the peculiar stressful situations for men, coping with it, role modeling.
Yes, that's a big stressor.
And Fabian has got sons who he says that, one of his biggest learning moments is really how he parents his sons, which is different. And of course, different personalities. So there's not a one size fits all.
Yeah. And another important feature that came out was the fact that, there's this statistic that men are disinclined to seek out, health treatments and so on.
Yeah.
Especially when they need it.
Which is internationally, right?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. I mean, a doctor who will remain nameless probably declared on the Wellness Podcast that so men coming to their doctor, at least in this practice, are usually always associated with women. But women come by themselves.
Yeah.
Almost as if, okay, I'm going to make sure that you're in the office now and I'm with you. But so that's interesting, right? That dynamic.
Is a culture that has been prevailing for some time.
Perhaps we need to move to where men are comfortable, like barbershops and bars. And remove the traditional health spaces from just the doctor's office, right?
And not only that, but we need to address that stigma that's associated. That if I go and I seek out even mental health care, that I'm not less of a man. I am just as strong.
You know who really spoke about that? Akil.
Yeah.
I remember him saying that when he was growing up with his grandmother, I think, and his mom, that
he was raised with all women.
He was raised with all women, right? And the whole balance in terms of masculinity and toxic masculinity. And how do you get past that? And so it was great having him on the set.
Yeah, that was good. He really shed some light on
In fact, you know what? That wasn't Akil's first time on the set. He was on our first episode.
Yes, he was.
That's when he started his theater debut and became part of the esteemed Wellness Podcast preferred guest. We now have a price for that.
Yeah, you know that. But he's ascended since. But he'll be back.
Akil will be back, I'm sure.
Definitely 2026.
We're going to pay you in 2026, Akil. You don't have to do this for free.
You have it on record.
Yeah, you have it on record. Hi, Paul. Anyway, so
men's health, very important.
That was very important. And I like that show, which got, thanks to you, over 132,000 views.
Oh my God.
Should we clap for that?
You know, so people out there are caring for men.
Yeah, caring for men. And men are watching this information as well. So
this is
not
important.
as disengaged as we once thought, right?
Yeah.
And what else did we do then coming up in the year?
Oh, I remember. The future of health?
The future of health.
I think you really led that.
The future of health, looking into the crystal ball. And that was with Kia. And Kia's going to kill me for forgetting her last name, Kia Lewis. Kia Lewis was here with us, and she spoke about the Future Health Project, which is a project that's national, with the Future Health Incubator and the various projects that are coming out. And the fact that people should come in, people in the healthcare professional,
of course,
and also talk about their projects and get support, hence the term incubator. And the whole thing is to bring about innovation in health practice.
Which we need.
We need innovation.
Yeah.
So we touched on several topics like innovation in diagnostics, how do you deal with the changes in the climate space, all those sorts of things. It was really interesting. And we wish
access as well.
Access to healthcare and the use of technology, digital health.
Yeah.
How do you use technology so that you can reach greater spaces?
Yeah, and it's interesting because, I mean, you have one side of the population, the older generation, and trying to get them to buy in.
The boomers.
Yeah, to the technology.
Boomers, by the way, are watching our podcast, by the way.
Hi, Grant.
Shout out to the boomers. Hi, moms.
But no, it's important. It's important.
It is really important.
I think literacy is going to be important.
Yeah, health literacy.
Yeah, and technological literacy.
And technological literacy. And because there's potentially a digital divide because of the absence of literacy.
Absolutely.
I'll give you a story. So my oldest patient in my hypertension clinic during COVID was, guess how old?
94?
95!
Oh, I'm almost there.
And she bought an iPhone, the preferred product, of course, and for telehealth. And the only thing that she could use on her phone was actually the telehealth platform. But that was okay.
That's good enough.
She was all dressed up. Okay, the camera might have initially been pointing to the ceiling. However,
she got there.
Once she got it right, it was a no-brainer. It shows you age is just a number. It's all about health literacy, right?
And numbers are important.
Numbers are important.
Know your numbers.
Know your numbers. And we got a lot to talk about know your numbers in 2026. We're really going to drill down into that. Because there's some serious numbers we want people to know about. And it's not only the health numbers, but maybe also financial numbers. So you don't want to miss us next year.
Yeah, very important.
And so some of the other things that I think that's really struck out for me, because it was interesting seeing Paul talking about how he incorporates his whole business
into this wellness journey,
business strategy that he has into this wellness journey. But also for me, from the medical side, like I kind of only saw wellness as psychological, physical, mental, that kind of side.
Yeah.
But that's only like 3 of the domains, right?
Well, there you go. We have intellectual, we have occupational, we have spiritual, we have cultural, we have financial, and I can spend a whole podcast going through this.
But we don't have to, because we have an entire year. And so there's so many that we did not touch on, like spiritual wellness, cultural wellness, coming to a carnival near you. And speaking of carnival, one of the episodes we had was in the carnival capital of the Caribbean.
And what do we know?
The Twin Island Republic.
TNT.
We were there.
And we have Trinidadians.
We were on the set. There's the set you just saw. And we were on the set in Trinidad for the Caribbean Cardiac Society meeting.
Oh, yes.
Which was held at the Hyatt Hotel in Trinidad. And we got to chat with Don Scantlebury again.
Tell me about that.
And we also got to speak to the president of the Caribbean Cardiac Society, Dr. Marlene Lawrence Wright. They joined me on the set to talk about the role of the CCS, which is probably, I would say, the oldest regional medical association. Actually, the one person missing from the set because someone missed their flight was one of the hosts. But I was on, so you can work it out, right? So anyway, so we were there. I mean, we spoke about how societies like CCS need to pivot to address other things like climate and governance and public health. This wasn't just a group of cardiologists speaking about fancy gadgets like stents and new ways of diagnosing coronary artery disease, although I like that part as well. But they really looked into the social determinants of health, like food access and affordability and public messaging, and of course the important role of infectious disease, the role that plays in health.
That's very important.
And we had examples with COVID-19. So that was a fun episode for me.
It was.
I'm not going to talk about the number of doubles that were consumed or the other, not for the camera, the other stuff, but I really enjoyed being back home in Trinidad, my second home. I mean, I trained at Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
St. Augustine campus.
A little look at you.
I will not call it the best campus because I'm now getting my paycheck from the Cave Hill.
The principal's watching.
It's the best campus. You got me. Go shout out to St. Augustine. Mount Hope Posse. Okay. So, but that was fun. And I really like the fact that we were able to meet with them, and hopefully we can get to do some other episodes and even bring in, I heard through the grapevine, some other guests from other countries using various platforms and technology. Innovation in podcasting.
We have to use it. It's important.
You do not want to miss next year, the 2026 edition of The Wellness Effect.
I can't wait.
Where we will have a new, renovated, remodeled, and purpose-built Dwayne Devonish on the set. This is the old Dwayne Devonish.
And very soon you'll see the new one.
The new Dwayne Devonish.
Ken, what do you think are some of the topics that we can probably look at?
So definitely I'm looking forward to the topic on spirituality.
Oh yes, that's spiritual wellness.
Spiritual wellness. And for sure, every country has a carnival, although not all as good as Trinidad.
Yeah, so cultural.
So we're going to talk about cultural wellness as well, right?
Very important.
Yeah, so that's important. And maybe some financial wellness.
Yes, people spend your money well.
There you go. And of course, the role of insurance companies and
and Sagicor. Come on,
Sagicor.
They will have a hand in this.
Yeah. All right. So we've already described a fantastic year.
Yes.
But we can't leave the set and not talk about Christmas.
And not under duress.
Not under duress. The check is in the mail.
Can it fit your head?
We'll try.
All right.
This is the one you cut.
Oh,
okay.
Oh my God. Right there. Okay.
All right. Thanks for making it a fantastic year. Have a healthy Christmas. Get some steps in.
Yes. Drink your water.
Drink your water.
Boundaries. Remember that.
Do not drink and drive, and try to limit the amount of alcohol that you're consuming.
Yes, and look at those veggies on those plates, please. Balance it.
Proportions. Most importantly, we want to see you next year in 2026.
Oh yeah, we have to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Year.
And look out for us on The Wellness Effect, the Season 2 edition. It's been fun. We can't wait. Take care.
Take care, guys.